Kathy, let's set up the connect the dots exercise. And this is one where we're going to ask them to build a bridge between their personal priorities and some wider world agenda. Tell me a little bit about what you want them to do, and really, as importantly, what do you hope that people will get out of this exercise?
You know, I think the name of the exercise, Connect the Dots, is a really important invitation to see how who you are and what you believe in and what you're doing is connecting to a much wider need and want in the world. So let me just give you a concrete example. In my family, I was known as the peacemaker. I could always see both sides of an issue, and I could take a stand for my father, take a stand for my brother, and there were a lot of times I needed to do that in order to reduce, family warfare, right?
Lots of opportunities.
Lots of opportunities there. And so lo and behold, I have committed myself to develop tools that people in the workplace can use to help be more reflective, see common ground, or at the very least respect each other's point of view when there is a conflict. Now, as we all know, in the wider world, conflict persists, right? And we have peace talks and we have wars that help us see, wow, there is a huge need in the human being factor to be able to see and respect our opponents, our adversaries, people with a different point of view, to go that route rather than try to annihilate them. So when I connect the dots, I can see a very nuclear family role that I play. I can see an intermediate role that I play at work. But more importantly, I need to see that I'm part of the human population that is interested in creating peace, not war. I know I'm contributing to the collective effort. I'm one small point of light, but when many small points of light join forces, you can actually have a movement. So that's an example of how to connect the dots. I was thinking today, I always look at leaders to see who is asset-based, who's deficit-based, who's asset-based in the moment. And it occurred to me, what does Michelle Obama have in common with Mayor Bloomberg? Now, of course, they're both leaders, right? They've got a big platform. But if you look at how personally dedicated they both are to health and to reducing obesity, they've got different platforms. They have thousands of opportunities to sponsor almost any issue they want, and they hone in on what's personally meaningful to them. So Michelle is very interested in expanding our point of view of what true health is, not just the appearance of health, but the true health that comes from nutrition and that comes from healthy exercise. And she is contributing to that wider health issue that we have in this country, and now I understand we're number 2, not number 1. And Mayor Bloomberg, look at the heat he has taken from people who don't want government in their private lives, and he just keeps going. There is now a rule in place, right, in New York City, and it's one city. And the rule has to do with how many ounces of soft drink I can purchase at any given time. And there is a side to that can feel, wow, the government's trying to get in my personal life. And I understand that, but there's another side when it comes to leading, taking a stand, having a personal platform that we can respect Bloomberg for, because he really is making a statement and getting behind it. And it's something so personally relevant to him that he's willing, I'll say, to risk his reputation, his maybe lose followers as a result. So when you connect the dots, the idea is each one of us has a set of personal issues. Mine, for example, in addition to peacemaking, has to do with helping people find their voice, being able to really sincerely be able to speak up for what they believe in, for what they want to champion. And as a younger professional, I had to defend my dissertation, and even younger, I was voting for everybody, rallying around student council, but I had a stutter. And my stutter really prevented me, created anxiety so much that I couldn't really get behind and give voice to what I believed in. So, hence, one of the things, Change the Way You See Yourself, has to do with focusing not only on your skills and assets, but what is it that you're so passionate about that you would be willing to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation and really get out front and champion something. It doesn't get any better than that. For people to be able to have a voice, give voice to what they firmly and passionately know is important in life.
So we'll have people now take a look at what's important to them and then see how they can connect those to wider causes in the world.
That's right. And you know, we often feel so small, right? We can't even imagine that we can make a difference on the world stage. But the truth of the matter is, and we do know this in our own lives, that when you get a kind of core of individuals who are all working in the same territory, maybe from different angles, you know, the collective waterline can really be raised. So your efforts in combination with other people's efforts can really raise that waterline, and can also, for you, help you to see that small shifts, small action can really make a seismic difference.